All right, we are back here, second of the Division II semifinals. Boom taking on Rhythm. We are here at the New Jersey PSP Open. I'm Matty Marshall. I'm up here with Nikki Cuba.
What up?
And we've seen some awesome rain-soaked paintball so far today, and it just continues to fall from the sky and has not stopped at all day. But these players are trudging through it, and you're looking at Rhythm on your screen right now.
5 alive. Both sides of the field, but Boom getting checked. He's good. Ref said he's good. 5 alive across for both teams. Good spread. Both teams actually matched up on the spectator side of the field in those race bunkers.
Yeah.
Rhythm making a move to the Dorito side, pit side, to that first big Dorito.
Yeah, so Rhythm, I think, has much better field position right now. Boom loses a player off that back corner, and 5 alive for Rhythm. They look pretty
Boom
good.
making a good move to spectator side, Snake, and just being too lazy. And, you know, that's just lazy paintball coming from the divisionals. What do you need to do when you get in there? Lay down. You're in a Snake.
Yeah.
Don't be having your butt up.
Yeah, you see those really, it's just not really knowing and understanding that you have to, when you get in there, get down, man. If you're going to make that move, he made all the way there and get shot when he's in their bunker. So Rhythm looking pretty solid right now. And, he just, no, and looking, oh, yeah, he caught it in the back of his head.
And that's a mental mistake by him right there, because he was going to, now he's going to try and blame it on the ref, saying the ref pulled me out. But all he did was come out of the bunker, and he was like, what, check me, instead of just staying in there and letting the ref come in and do his work.
Yeah, exactly. And again, it goes back, it's the little things, man. It's those little small things that are the differences.
Mental toughness.
Yeah, mental toughness. I mean, if you're getting checked out, like if you slide into a bunker and a referee's coming in to check you, do not expose yourself to undue fire without, for no need.
And that's just like our boys over on Boom over here, slides into the Snake, and no mental toughness to realize I'm in the Snake, and it's always belly in the dirt.
Yes.
Belly in the dirt, knees in the dirt. All right? Figure out what's on the wire first. Don't come up into the first shots right away.
Exactly. And that's the thing. If you get in a good spot, just chill out for a second. I had, Justin Rabikoff up here, and he was like, look, man, count to 5. I count to 5. He's like, I get in there, and I'm like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now I'm going to play.
For the most part, everyone knows you're there, bro.
Yeah.
This is X-Ball. People talk on the sidelines. They're relaying the call into the field. So you're not sneaking around.
No.
All right? So chill out and do what Justin did. I mean, I do the same thing. I get in there. I'm like, all right, cool. Made it. All right, I even try and talk to my teammate that's close to me first and say, yo, I'm in. Now watch over me, especially if I'm in the Snake. I need someone to watch over me and protect and cover that zone. And then I start going to work.
Exactly. Another thing, too, is that you really have to focus on looking at those streams or feeling the paintballs coming in on you. I had Eric Roberts up here yesterday, and he was talking about how, he got a lot, and we actually spoke about this, I think. You get a lot of your information from which way the streams of paintballs are coming at you and how hard they're hitting the bunker.
Yeah,
so if you just dove into a spot and you're obviously taking fire, have that extra perception, and but that's that other part of that takes a while to figure out.
Yeah, you feel the heat, you know how hard it's coming in, so then you could evaluate, all right, he's really close. What bunkers on this field are really close to me that he could be in? And if you've walked it and played it, you know exactly where they are, especially if you're in the Snake and you're looking up. You should be able to tell the streams. If I see a stream coming at me on an angle, I know it's coming from cross field. If it's coming straight on, I know it's probably coming from either my old mirror or the back center.
Exactly, and here comes Rhythm finishing the job they started earlier on. It's a pretty slow first point, though, as just about 3.5 minutes comes off that clock, even though they were up a bunch of bodies. So Rhythm could probably move a little bit faster, but hey, you know what? It doesn't really matter. You get the job done, they got the job done. So good job by Rhythm to go up early here. Score is going to be 1-0 as you watch him sprint back out of the rain.
We're going to check out a little replay and a little breakout.
All right, so you're looking at this breakout, and that is Boom as they spread the field, try to get out wide, but they lost some bodies. And then on the flip side, look at this, heavy guns. I don't know why. Did you see that the player running to the stand-up can, Nikki? He didn't even shoot his gun off the break. I don't know why he did that. They shot some guys.
You know what it is? I think some of those guys, especially in divisionals, definitely shouldn't be in the pros if you can't shoot lefty. I think that might be it. Maybe he can't get his gun up, and maybe he's not good running and shooting lefty on the side, because that's what he was doing. He was filling out this way. Most paintball players, or just most people in general, are dominant right-handed people.
Yes.
You have very few people that are left-handed.
Yeah.
So it is a lot harder to rip and twist and pull your gun up and have a straight shot on whatever you're shooting at if it's not your dominant hand. So maybe he's just thinking, I need to get to that bunker, I need to be alive, and then I'll work on the outside of the bunker.
I agree. But that's just one of those things. It's like you really got to put your time in and practice and work out of your comfort zone. It's pretty easy to go out there and, I'm go out to practice and let's play the local team that we're already better than, or I'm going to run drills, but I'm going to play right-handed. You really have to focus in on working out of your comfort zone.
Yeah,
dude, and it's going to suck to start with. You're going to feel like, I don't even know. I can't play paintball like this.
It goes into what we were just talking about at the beginning of this point. It was critiquing yourself. Being able to look outside and look at yourself and be like, all right, what's my flaws? Is my flaw my left, my right? Is it snap shooting lefty? Is it snap shooting righty? Is it snap shooting out of a certain bunker? And you have to work on that stuff when you go to practice. Otherwise, why are you going to practice?
Yeah.
You're supposed to be working on your flaws.
And we see the breakout here.
If you want to be the best.
And boom, losing a player, but getting really good field position. Look at that. Aggressive breakout all the way.
But he's getting checked out.
And it's taken out. Body made it in there for a second. But yeah, Nikki, it goes back to what you were saying, and I'll tell you what, man. People are out there, and Nikki's telling you that. Nikki's talking about experience. I mean, you're a guy who literally took what were the worst parts of your game and made that the best part of your game, So, like, you had to live in that for a long time, and how hard was that?
Oh, that was the hardest, and that's the only way that I got to play. You guys, made me understand that I had the ability, but I wasn't, all together. I wasn't a complete player at that time, and you guys made me into that complete player. And I'm not even complete. I'm still learning it every day. I learn from all the kids on my team, all the kids in the league. When I teach clinics and stuff like that, even they might show me something, and I'm always looking to make myself the best I can.
Yeah. And I mean, it's like, when they were putting Socrates to death in ancient Greece, and they were like, for poisoning the youth's minds, and he was supposed to be the smartest guy in the entire country, and they asked him, they're like, oh, you're the smartest guy in the entire country. He's like, I know enough to know that I don't know anything. You know? So it's like one of those things. But that's hard to do when you're young, and you're coming up the ranks, and you're like, oh, I'm destroying people, I'm the best, ego, and it's...
Oh, dude, I was the biggest jerk to like, you guys and some of the other guys that I played with, because I thought I knew it all, man, and that's how you are as a kid. And you know it all.
All right, so out on the field right now is Boom is finally getting into this game here. Able to get, did he get clipped though? He's in a really he's in good field position right now.
And his buddy's in the opposite side. They're both in these spots, but only one of them is engaging right now into a gunfight. And this kid on Boom is just asking for a coach instead of playing paintball, instead of, doing what he's supposed to be doing.
Yeah. Exactly.
Now he's going to get run down.
Oh, that's his buddy. Cross field, ended up picking that up last second.
Saved
he was lucky that he was head checking at that time, or this player would have got run down.
The coach was looking in. He wasn't even watching this guy go to run him. And he had his gun down inside, pointed in at the leg segment.
Yep.
Who does that? When you're in a bunker and you're not going to be in a gunfight, I'm going to be protecting myself.
Yes. No, absolutely. I mean, you want to put yourself in a position to maximize every move. So if you're going to run somebody down, keep that gun up. You don't know when he's going to come out and try to shoot you.
Exactly. And that's why you want to always have your gun up, because, A, you're going to shoot the guy or trade out, hopefully. And when he's running, that guy was running and he has his gun going. You should be able to, like we were talking about earlier, you hear the change in velocity getting closer and harder and pounding your bunker. You need to be able to pick that up and know, oh man, I'm getting run down, and come up, and not necessarily come out the side. You want to come out a spot where his gun won't be.
Yeah.
Most of the time when a guy's running a guy in the snake, he's got his gun on the outside of the snake because he believes that the guy's either shooting in or that's where his body's gonna be.
Yes. And look at this, another really long point here as Rhythm is up 1-0, but Boom is in the driver's seat this particular point.
Yeah, these divisional games, and any game on semifinal Sunday is going to be a long, drawn-out point because no one wants to be that person to make the mistake. But as you see
But you
Boom
don't want
moving
to
up,
think that way, though, man. That's the wrong mindset to have, and it's such a hard thing
Yeah.
to combat. It's
No,
such
I
a
know.
hard thing to have that to composure to be like, all right, look, I know I'm scared to make a mistake. It's Sunday, it's raining, and this is the big game for us, and maybe it's the biggest game you've ever played in. And I've been in that spot too, but that's the fight. That's that tenacity. You got it to force yourself to do and to make those moves and to say, no, I'm going to go out there. I'm just, oh, here it goes. Look at this big move. Oh, gets all the way to him. Boom. I don't know. Did you trade out with them? And yeah, Rhythm's arguing with the referee, but nice job by Boom.
2-on-2. Right now, Boom's in a good position right now. They got both snakes. Oh,
Rhythm just
getting too aggressive with that gunfight.
And another one comes off too. So, and then they're going to shoot each other for a second. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been disaster.
If both those balls came in and shot each other, that would have been hilarious.
Like a double knockout.
Yeah. Oh, like in that UFC when they were just like, dink.
Yeah.
And they both went out, hands up.
Yep.
Like they're still riding the bicycle.
The zombie?
Yeah, the zombie.
Yeah, right in the bicycle. All right, so we got ourselves a tie match. There's a ton of time eaten off this clock so far. 6:27 to go in this match. Again, it's a race to 5, but I don't think we're going to get to 5.
No, definitely not. It's going to be another long, drawn-out point. It's going to be 1-1 right now. 6 minutes left.
All right, let's check out the breakout here from that last point. You're looking. That's Rhythm.
Having 3 guns up instead of the 5 because they wanted their corner guys to make it out there, and they had him just dig out there.
Yeah, and then on the opposite side
is Boom.
Yeah, Boom trying to make it out. Look at that, diving in. Nice early slide, though. See that perfectly
timed. Same thing you see on your top part of your screen. The guy sneaks into that first Dorito.
But it wasn't
or
enough.
A second Dorito.
Ended up getting taken out anyway. And here you're watching at the end that little aggressive bunkering move there at the end, and a little bit argument from the referee or with the referee, but he ended up trading out with them. So we got ourselves a tie match. Both teams look pretty good, man. At first I thought Rhythm looked substantially better than Boom, but then Boom comes back and
answers. But I still see lack of communication on both teams. They're mainly just listening one guy for the coach, and then they're not relaying that information in, and they're just playing with that information, but they're not helping out their teammates.
Yeah.
And that's such a flaw, because communication, like I said yesterday, and I'll say it forever, paintball, the most important thing is communication.
Yeah, and if you're down there, and again, and we said this yesterday, communication is as much about listening as it is about talking.
Yeah.
You have to be listening and picking up that information. And I think you made a good point that when you're in your bunker, talk to your guys. Don't just look at your coach and say, tell me what to do, please. No, you need to talk to your teammates. You saw that in the Dynasty game. Dynasty, Oliver and Oliver and Alex have been playing together forever. We're speaking to each other. They're yelling back and forth about what needs to be done, who's shooting where. It's not just about what's the count and how many bodies we have left and how many they have left.
Yeah.
That's the basics. Absolutely, that's what you want to get out there.
With Oliver, he's getting pinched in, but he's still talking. He's still helping out his team. He's communicating, even though he can't shoot anywhere because he's getting pinched. He's talking. And right now, you're looking at.
That's Boom.
Rhythm on the left.
Rhythm is on your screen right now, and that is their crossfield spread as they have 5 alive, and they're all gunned up, so that's good. And they're in some spots where they can make some moves. I would like to see the stand-up can, though, that's the stand-up temple. The stand-up can right next to him, he's shooting inside towards the other snake, and I really would like him. Okay, now he's going to get around.
That's not what that spot is for.
Yeah.
This spot is for gunned up, controlling this wire, and trying to make that move to be the front guy on the side of the field.
Exactly. So move made by Rhythm to get into Snake 1 on the pit snake side.
Unless they're just playing the lockout, and that's not the way to play. We just talked about that.
Yes.
You can't play on your heels and let the other guys be the aggressors. You will lose.
Yeah, do not react.
For the most part.
You act, they react, not the opposite way around. And we have a little bit of a slower point right now, which is what we've been seeing. But both these teams in really good field position. I do like the fact that Rhythm was able to get to that snake, the first part of the snake over there on the pit snake side. Oh, now he makes that move.
He did, but he got a huge core sample.
Yeah. 5 alive for Rhythm and 5 alive for Boom. Actually, it might be 4 alive for Boom. And now Boom making a move into Snake 1. Looking at...
And he gets shot.
Oh, so 3 players left alive now for Boom. Yeah, it was 4. So you're looking at a 3-on-5 situation, and the Rhythm again in numerical superiority, and let's see what they can do with it though. Now, see, this is when you got to talk.
Yep.
See, look at these guys. They're in their spots. They're not talking to each other. You need to talk back and forth. Okay, now and I can hear the coach yelling.
The coach is yelling, but that's not talking. It's like what we just said.
Yeah, but
they're not listening.
But it starts if the coach yells, then that should cascade across the field.
Yeah, but
that information should get across the field all the way to the Snake Eye, so everyone knows the count. And then that way, if you know you're looking at 3 bodies, Nikki, and you have 5, what are you guys going to be doing?
Oh, we're going to be
putting dudes in and making moves, right?
Exactly. Find out who has the ball, so to speak.
Yes,
is,
exactly.
When, you have the opening because no one's shooting at you.
Yep.
Because only 3 guys against 5. 3 guys can only shoot at 3 guys. They can't shoot at all 5.
Yep.
But as you've seen right there, you're seeing the guy on your screen right here. He was the only one trying to relay that information in from his coach, but then it was at a dead stop in the center of the field where it's most important to relay it across to the pit side.
Yes.
And it starts with the guys in the center because the guy on the tape is relaying it.
Yeah.
So now the center guy has to turn his head and call out the name of the player. Call by name. If I'm playing with Matt, I'm going to say, yo, Matty, they're here, here, and here.
Yeah.
But I'm going to make sure that I get a confirmation. I'm not just going to speak forward.
Yes.
I'm going to turn. I'm going to look to you.
Yeah.
We're going to have a conversation real quick.
Yes, exactly. All right, and let's check out these breakouts. I got something to add to that, too, which I know you're going to love because I remember you just did this not too long ago. Look at the breakout here, and that is Rhythm on their way out to their spots. And, you know, they did a really good job. Look at that. A lot of guns up, and they're able to get in there and live. Now, on the flip side,
I think they're in the rhythm.
They are. Oh, you're so punny. Yeah, so look at this. Able to get out alive, but they just lose bodies, man. You know, they lost too many bodies, and I think that this is a really close match. And what Rhythm is doing is they're because it is a slow game, because it's a really slow game. They're definitely making sure they're trying to do that. You know. They're trying to they're keeping the slow pace of the game, but dominating that slow pace.
Hey, and maybe that's their game. Maybe that's their style. And if it is, that's kind of like Tampa Bay Damage.
Yes.
Tampa Bay Damage, they're very slow, methodical players. They're the old Strange. If you guys in the paintball world know who that was, that is who Tampa Bay Damage is now. But they had a very slow, methodical game plan. They waited. They did the opposite of what I like and what you like. Is they like to do the reaction. They don't like to make the first move. Yeah,
they have some players on the teams, though, that it's interesting. They have a mixture of styles. But I was thinking, you know, Nikki, I was going to ask you before, as the timeout's called perfect, and we'll have time to talk about this. But, you know, it's like, let's say this. We're in a practice together, right? I'm a young and up-and-coming guy, and I don't communicate very well, okay? So I'm not communicating very well. We're in a practice, and you're like, you know, you're screaming at me to listen, right? So you yell at me once. You know, I should be able to hear you. Your voice, you got a booming voice. You can talk from far away and let people hear, right? So if I'm not listening to you after the first or second, or after like the second or third time that you scream at me, what would you do to me?
I would shoot you.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's what you do that in practice. If guys aren't communicating, hey man, pain makes you learn.
Yep.
Pain makes you learn, and that's what practice is for.
First I would shoot the bunker, and then if you still didn't realize it, then I would probably
just want to say hello.
Yeah, but in a good spot. Probably not your pack. Probably like a little love spot.
Yeah, you know,
make you twinge.
It's good because then I'll be like, and I try and be like. Because this has happened to me before. When I was young, coming up, that's how it worked, man. I've been shot in the back by Rich Stuffer before because I wasn't listening to what he was saying, and I should have heard. So, you know, and we would do that all the time to guys coming up. But that's how. So you guys are out there, do that at your practice, man. If somebody's not listening to you, shoot him in the back. It's practice. Don't let him come out for that. You know, I mean, just play the game. But that's so he'll remember. Oh God, wow, you got me in the rib. What? You weren't listening to me. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. My bad. You shoot me again if I don't do that.
Yeah, that is definitely a good way to get that going. I'm going to start that up again.
Didn't you roast down
Chuck?
Yeah.
Well, that was the last event, and Chuck Schwartz didn't know that he was hit, and I didn't want a penalty to be assessed.
Weren't you screaming at him? But
I was screaming at him, get off field, get off field, get off field, and finally I probably let him have like 10.
Yeah, somebody told me that story.
Yeah, everyone was like, why'd you just shoot your teammate? I was like,
it needed to be done.
It needed to be done.
All right, here we are on the break. That's Boom on the run out. through the rain, up all the way to the
nice
center.
move.
That was great, man.
Great
job, and he made it. No one that's made that move today has got shot off the break.
Like we were talking about yesterday, I said it's probably one of the easiest moves to make, especially if you're a fast, small guy. And right now he cuts down this whole show side of the field. He's in prime time position. What Rhythm needs to do now is come up and bunker this guy out, clear him out. They got the bodies. You know, use the back center guy. They've shot guys off the break, and they have the opening. But
oh, he finally gets taken out, though. I think that was from the stand-up inside.
Yep. And that's who he's supposed to be shooting.
Well, it was a great move to start out, but you got to make something happen with that. And now, again, 2-1 game with under 3 minutes to play, and Rhythm. Oh, and Rhythm gets a penalty.
Oh, man.
So Rhythm just shooting themselves in the foot there.
So it's 3-on-3.
They were looking like they were going to win this one, or at least have the bodies to start really making this game go even slower, and really force Boom to come into them. So we're going to see here, though, what they can do as Rhythm is taking a really, they're getting in really good spots, and gun up. They just need to. The time is starting to tick off. Looking at 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Oh, look at that big move.
Big move.
Big move down the tape, and it looks like it might have been a trade out. The refs are going to sort out the bodies.
Oh, they're wiping him off.
No, they left him in.
They left him in. Maybe he missed him.
That's huge for Boom, Nikki. Huge.
That is it. He needs to capitalize on this right now.
Well, let's see if he can. Again, time is just coming off the clock. Minute and 55 seconds. And here comes Boom now, moving up in the center.
Smart move. He knows that he has the ball. No one's shooting at him. Now this guy's just hiding. He's getting in the worst possible spot right now.
This is tough, though, man, because you don't want to just take time off the clock.
No.
You need to kill some people, because the thing is that if they score a point, it's not like they have a big lead.
I mean, I might blow it right now to save the 130. You know, you want to be able to come back and have enough time for the next point, and these points have been really long.
Look at this. Oh, Rhythm getting into that next spot, and now he's forced to deal with them. That's going to let that guy in that stand-up have a little bit of breath. Oh,
just
no.
Murked him down, took him out. He was being lazy, forgot about the guy on his own tape that he was just fighting with the whole time.
So it's just, I don't know how many bodies left for Rhythm. It looks like one left in that center,
yeah,
and he gets taken out. So look at this. Boom is going to tie it up here with under a minute.
And they need to run it in so
they need to run it in so they have enough time, or they could just kind of slow walk it through.
I mean, I want to play this point. I don't know why teams have been doing this.
Yeah, I don't know why
it's in his hands.
Yeah, I don't know why they've been doing this either. To me, that's like the coward's way out, you know? They have a situation where, you know, it's like, hey, let me win the game. You know, put me in a spot where I got a chance to win the game. So right now, here we have, this is the scene. It's looking, yeah. So they're just going to sit there, and neither one's going to concede the point. And you have a situation where what's going to happen is all this time's going to come off the clock. So we're going to head to yet another overtime point, and it's going to be 2-2 with Rhythm and Boom tied. I just love those names together. As the rain starts to pick up. So the story of this game, in the lowest scoring affair that we've seen so far, the score is going to be 2-2. Rhythm 2, Boom 2, with 9 seconds left to go. And so with 9 seconds, Nikki, I don't know, break down a little bit. What do you think?
Well, right now, what we're going to have happen is another slow point. We're going to have these been playing really slow, come out, lock down the field. They're going to probably do 5 guns up. Maybe one runner, you know, for Boom. They've been trying to take that snake on the pit side of the field on the break. So I'm looking for them to do that. On the other flip side, you got Rhythm, who I think is just going to go guns up and not try and make that move just from their style of play that they've been playing all game. So it's 2-2. We're going to start this overtime point in a minute. And rain is picking up real bad right now, so that's going to be a factor of shooting on the break. So you might want to chance taking those longer spots on the break. You might want to take that Dorito next to the race bunker in the 50 center.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think that, you know, with the breakdown of how at least things have been playing so far, is that, hey, man, why not? We have not seen a guy get shot going to that bunker off the center yet. So it's just one of those situations where, you know, hey man, roll the dice. It could work, could not work, but it would definitely surprise the teams, the team that you're playing, and they have to come get you out of there. You're able to lock down and effectively control lanes from there. Regardless, though, I think aggression, I don't necessarily think we're going to see a lot of aggression, though. I mean, it's that do-or-die time, and the lesser experienced teams are going to spend it's just tough. It's tough at that point. You know, you haven't really had the experience of being in these battles before.
Oh, and I like this rhythm. They waited just a couple seconds to ice him down. It's like NFL icing the kicker down, letting these guys get out there, getting their lenses wet, getting their loaders wet. You know, but if you were using an axe or a prophecy, it wouldn't matter in this weather. It shoots through it all.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Who are you sponsored by?
Oh, just sponsored by Empire and RPS and Raza, New School.
And, you know, they're always at the clinics, too, if you want to come take the clinics.
Yeah, come out, check out New School Paintball Academy, folks. Be in your local area. And if you want it there, tell your local field owner. So the refs doing a great job. They're actually taking the worst of it. You know, they got to sit out there, and they don't have time to go inside and get into the tent and stay dry. So mad respect for them. They're getting shot up and doing a great job. You know, I know they're cold, wet, and probably hungry and thirsty, man. But you got to give it up for these guys that come and spend the whole day just grinding out here.
Oh, yeah, I give mad respect to these teams, man. Honestly, we've all been in this spot before. I'm sure you wish you were out there right now getting wet and getting
dude,
dirty.
I wish I was getting dirty. I wish I was getting wet with my team, with Infamous, and smashing people. We just had that, you know, horrible weekend. It's probably, you know, I could possibly say it was my worst weekend as a professional. You know, losing all four. But
hey, I was going to say, and that's a bold claim, because that first event when we were putting Excessive together in Huntington Beach that one year, that was pretty dire as well. That was pretty bad.
Damn it! All right, this is second.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
That's pretty first.
We did win it. We did win a game.
We took 16.
We did win games though.
Oh, and then I had that also. I had like 3 real bad days. I had that one. I had this weekend, which was 2 days, and then I had the one when I was on the Ironman, and we won the championship and World Cup, and then could win the championship in NPPL, and we only won 1 game. All we had to do was win 3 games.
I remember that.
So we got the breakout. Rhythm getting shot out, 1 body. Boom also getting shot out, so it's 4-4. You got 2 in the back center, 4 Boom. And
I like this breakout.
Up.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I like this breakout from Rhythm. What do you think about this breakout? I mean,
this is textbook of what I thought they were going to do. Get in here, this little pocket, as I call it, which would be the stand-ups, the back center, the close bunkers, and get guns up and cut down zones. But when you're doing that, you're given real estate, and you're letting them have it. So you got to make those shots on the bumps, and they missed it, so they didn't capitalize on it. And right now they just lost another body.
Losing a body, that's so bad. Boom now over here, making a move though. Needs to close his loader. I don't know if he knows, but it's raining.
I think he might know it, but he's trying to reload, close it up, and you're watching him in the race bunker right now. He needs to talk to his teammate. Once again, not talking, not trying to find out who's shooting at him or who needs to help him. Talk to your teammates.
Yeah,
can't say it enough. The guy in the back behind him should be saying, what do you need to get in? What do you need to get down the field? There needs to be constant communication, folks. Can't stress it enough.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with you. And it is a very key thing. Oh, look at this move here from Boom. Getting into, that's an interesting route for that move. I like it, though. No one picked him up. And it's a good spot because he can spring from there, get into Snake 1.
We got a gun down, and he's just going to try and run into that next bunker, which he does make it. Good move. He's going to turn guns on him. He got his gun up and working.
Got his gun going. Referee in there checking him out. He's clean now. What's stopping him, though, you can see on your there. That's the bunker that's keeping him out of there. It's not. It's a good shot, but you can still get in there. I mean, you can just put that guy in.
The guy in the tower right now is going to get shot from that back left corner. If the Rhythm corner guy on the Snake Show side doesn't get on the wire and contest him, if he just lets him wrap around and have control, he's going to get a shot on the Rhythm guy in that center tower that's keeping the Boom Snake player at bay.
Yeah, and the Boom right now, they're in a pretty good spot. I think that actually much better field position than Rhythm right now. Rhythm, though, if that guy dies out of that stand-up tower, man, it could be curtains for them. We'll see. Nikki, who do you feel has the best shot on him right now?
On the center tower?
Yeah, the center tower.
I believe it's the snake show side corner when he wraps in. That's why he's playing it low now, because he's got to shoot over the fingers to get to that tower. And this is the wrong move from that center guy.
Wow.
He let him go in there, let him waltz in there. That's his job. His job is to lock down the field and control that side and contain that guy from moving up. He let off of it for 1 second, and windows in paintball are open for milliseconds, folks.
And what a great job by Boom to get through that window. He knew, okay, guy got off me, I'm going to take a spot. Hey, thanks, man. Thanks for letting me in, Snake.
Because he was in the gunfight the whole time.
Yeah.
Because he knew who was shooting at him. He was challenging him. He was letting him shoot at him, shoot at him, shoot at him. And then he was watching the streams. This goes back to what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
You watch who's shooting at you. You see where the streams are coming from. When they're off of you, you head check. And you should be on 1 foot in that spot so that you can make that immediate move when they give you that opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. And he did a great job. Now he's in a good spot. And again, this is sudden death overtime. The score is 2-2. You're watching Rhythm and Boom. This is the D2 semis final seed.
Boom needs to get crawling around that side because the Rhythm guy can shoot him if he's standing, but he can't shoot him if he's kneeling down. He needs to stand up, but he's going to get shot in the back of the head right now because Boom just made it into the 50 side. Oh, no, sorry, folks. They just made it into the first part of the pit side snakes.
And there, now
he's going to rip him. There
that was just terrible paintball
now
right
the
there.
Doritos on him.
Do you notice how every single time that guy stopped doing his job, that the Boom player took advantage of it? That's good paintball right there. Good job,
quality paintball from this guy. I'd like to know his name. He's playing really good in a tough situation right now.
Yeah, smart.
It's overtime. It's 2-2. Everything's on the line. And from this player right now, I could see if he finishes off this game, he's going to have so much confidence going into the finals that I could see Boom taking down Static.
Yeah, I agree, man. That's a very good observation. I wish he had his name on the back right now so we could figure out who this is.
But I like that. You know, they're showing off their team because they're a team. You know, maybe it's their thing to not have an individual.
Well, that's like Vicious always said that.
It's like the Yankees, you know?
Yeah.
You're not allowed to have the last name on there. You got to be classy. Stay classy, New York.
It's all about the camo jerseys and the Padres, baby.
Are they going to make the playoffs?
Probably not. All right, so it's still it's still possible for Rhythm to win this game, but they're going to have to take down this guy who's just handling business over here right now and feasting in here. And the thing I like about it, like you said, man, he's doing it methodical. He's taking what they give him.
Did you see that opportunity right now that the Dorito guy has? When the Boom player in the Snake was up a little bit further, it comes to that bounce shot and walking the field. None of these teams know that shot. None of the lower divisions have even looked at a bounce shot, I believe.
I agree. And those bounce shots exist, man. You can definitely bounce paintballs off of these bunkers, but that's the thing.
And it's the worst thing in the world to get shot by a bounce.
It's so frustrating.
Right off the bunker, and you see it coming in your face, and you're like, no one's right in front of me. That's the bunker. How'd the bunker just shoot me?
Yeah.
How'd the bunker just shoot me?
Yeah, and that's the thing of practice, man. If you're a pro team and you get to practice the field a lot, you're going to find those shots. But also, you need to know those shots can't exist. And, hey, man, give it a shot, man. If you're shooting at a guy's bunker and you're shooting over there anyway, might as well throw a couple into the bunker, see if you can get someone to whiz off there. And
Boom's finally doing a good job of communicating with all the players on the field. It's the last point, and this might just carry over, like I'm saying, with this player, with the team. This momentum will carry over into the finals.
Yeah, Static awaits in the finals right now for the winner of this match. And I'll tell you what's going to come into play here, Nikki, is paint.
Yes.
We're 8 minutes into this game right now, and it's 8 minutes into the sudden death overtime, or 7:30 at least. And already the guy who's been doing a good job over down here in the Snake for Boom, he's out of paint. So he doesn't have any paint, and his back player doesn't have any paint. Looks like he might have one pod.
Well, he's going to be the rabbit right now then, so to speak. And what I mean by rabbit, folks, is getting down the field and getting these guns, both guns to turn on him and having to be a thorn in their side. And then that will free up the center. It will free up his other players who aren't being shot at to come up and capitalize.
And look at this. Look at the cross they have. You're looking at Rhythm. And that is That was the top right-hand corner of your screen is where the player you're just watching full size.
In the Dorito.
Yeah, he's in that Dorito, and he has his teammate here bottom center of your screen. Now, what they're doing is they're called crossing it up. Now, if you're familiar with paintball, of course, you're going to big move. And did he make it?
And he's alive.
And no, he looks like he got shot. And the rhythm player is trying to get the referee in there to come and check him out.
Oh, they're leaving him in.
Oh, he's alive. And he's going to get run down right now. So he gets bunkered out. And there's still 3 players left alive for Boom, and Rhythm's going to have a hard time.
Game.
That's it. So nice job.
Oh.
Nice job by Boom.
We got Rhythm getting it out of rhythm right
Look at
there.
that.
Getting
Boom,
a little crazy.
fighting back, man.
Yeah.
I love that. That's the team that might take it, man. I mean, Static and Distortion.
Mental toughness.
Static and Distortion had a great game that we just watched go down before this one, but wow, really good job, man. Yeah, that was an amazing play in the snake, and all the way ran out of paint and just the entire time maintained his focus. So that was a really good job by Boom to come back and win this game. Let's check out the breakout real quick. All right, you're looking at this breakout now here. Look, see, gunning up. They pretty much ignore the weaker side of the field, which is the grandstand side of the field. And here, now you're looking at Rhythm on their breakout. Pretty similar breakout. Trying to get out to that back corner on the strong side, which is the player side, the pit side. And let's check out the highlight of that super long point. That was about a 10-minute point almost. And this is it. So look at that run through at the end. Nice job.
Finish him off. And that was good because he knew that his other player overextended, got shot from that corner. He knew that he just wanted to run to a good angle and keep himself protected from that corner guy, but bunker out the guy and stay alive. That's good textbook.
Yeah, that was a great end to a very long sudden death overtime point where Boom, and it just continues to dump on us here. So next up, we have the D1 Finals coming at you pretty soon. And Manny Marshall and Nicky Cuba here at the New Jersey Open, and we'll be right back after this. Do not go anywhere.